you are 62 years old. And somewhere in a quiet room, you are asking yourself a question you have never said out loud. Is it too late for me? Too late to start again? Too late to fix what broke? Too late to become who you were supposed to be before life got in the way? I want to tell you something before we go any further. It is not too late. Not even close. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly why the second half of your life is not the leftover part. It is the part you were preparing for all along. Stay until the end, because the third chapter of this video will change how you see every year you have left. There is an old teacher who used to say, most people don't carry their past. Their past carries them. You know this weight, it has a name. Maybe it's a marriage that ended. A career that never became what you dreamed. A child you didn't raise the way you wanted to. A version of yourself you buried 30 years ago and never gave a proper goodbye. Pause. Here is the truth. Nobody tells you at 50, at 60, at 70. Regret is not a punishment. Regret is information. It is your mind's way of showing you what still matters to you. The man who regrets not telling his father he loved him. That regret is proof that love is still alive in him, unfinished, waiting for a new direction to travel. The woman who regrets the career she abandoned to raise her children, that regret is proof of a fire that never went out. It only went quiet. So let me ask you plainly. What is the weight you have been carrying? Don't answer me. Answer yourself. Because in the next chapter, we are going to do something with that weight that you have never done before. That return hook. We are going to do something with that weight that you have never done before. Society has sold you a lie, and you have believed it for decades. The lie says, your life has a schedule. Career by 30, marriage by 35. Success by 50. And after 60, the lie says you are simply waiting. Waiting for grandchildren, waiting for retirement, waiting for the end. Don't pause, slower, but look at the truth and look at it closely. Grandma Moses began painting at 76 and became one of America's most celebrated folk artists. Colonel Sanders was 62 when he franchised the recipe that became Kentucky Fried Chicken after his restaurant failed and his social security check was $99. Vera Wang did not design her first wedding dress until she was 40. These are not miracles. These are proof of a pattern. The second half of life is where mastery lives. Because mastery requires exactly what only time can give you: patience, failure, perspective, and the humility to start again. You were not left behind. You were being prepared. Pause. But preparation means nothing without permission. And that is what the next chapter is about. The permission you have been waiting for someone else to give you, when it was always yours to give yourself. Here is the chapter I promised you at the beginning. Stay with me. Somewhere along the way, you made a silent agreement with your own fear. You agreed that safety mattered more than truth. You agreed that other people's comfort mattered more than your becoming. You agreed to shrink so that no one would ever have to watch you fall. That agreement expires today. Dot. Pause. Let this land. I am not telling you to burn your life down. I am not telling you to abandon the people who depend on you. I am telling you this: there is a difference between responsibilities and self-abandonment. You can keep every promise you made to your family and still keep one promise to yourself. the promise to finish becoming who you are. Ask yourself, if fear did not exist, what would you build with the years you have left? Not the years you've lost, the years you have left. Because that number, however large or small it is not your enemy. It is the last honest deadline you will ever be given, and an honest deadline is the greatest gift a serious person can receive. A second chance rarely looks like a movie. It does not arrive as thunder. It arrives as a Tuesday. It looks like signing up for the class you always said you didn't have time for. It looks like the phone call you make to your estranged brother, not because you are certain he will answer kindly, but because you refuse to die with the call unmade. It looks like sitting down at 64, 68, 71 and writing the first page of the book that has been living in your chest for 30 years. It is not the size of the second chance that matters. It is the decision to stop postponing your own life. Dort, pose. There is a Japanese word, kintsugi, the art of repairing broken pottery with gold, so that the cracks become the most beautiful part of the object, not the part it hides. Your regrets, your failures, your years of silence. They are not the cracks you need to hide. They are the gold-filled seams that will make the rest of your life more valuable than it would have been without the break. You are not despite your past. You are because of it. Slow down here. This is the emotional peak. One day, someone who loves you will stand in a room and remember you. They will not remember your job title. They will not remember the mistakes you are afraid to forgive yourself for. They will remember whether you kept becoming or whether you gave up on the day you decided it was too late. So I will ask you the question I asked at the very beginning, and I want you to answer it differently now. Is it too late for you? Long pause. No, it is not too late. It is simply time to make the call. Time to open the notebook. Time to say the sentence you've swallowed for 20 years. Time to become not the person you used to be and not the person you were afraid you'd become, but the person only your broken, second chance, gold-seamed life could ever produce. If this reached you today, do one thing before you close this video, not tomorrow. Today, write down the 1 second chance you have been postponing. Just one sentence. And then take the smallest possible step toward it. Today, you were not left behind. You were being prepared. Welcome to the second half of your life. It was worth the wait.